given the supply dynamics and demand dynamics brought on from the electrification of vehicles, we see a very robust 2020, and I think that'll translate into the equity.
All right, StockPulse on location, 2020 Vancouver Resource Investment Conference. I've got with me now the CEO, Mitchell Smith of Global Energy Metals Corp. That's a GEMC on the venture, GBLEF on the OTC in the States. Hey, Mitchell, good to see you.
Yeah, great seeing you. Thanks very much.
Yeah, so let's kind of run through, we're a new decade here, but let's run through 2019 here. A lot of work done, not a lot of recognition. Talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 2019 was definitely a very busy year for Global Energy Metals. We were able to take 100% of our flagship Millennium Cobalt project in Australia, and that's after some very, very encouraging results that we did from a work program, drill program that showed that the deposit not only open, but really has some opportunity for an increase in size and scale. Alongside that, we were able to acquire 2 additional assets in Mount Isa, creating a very large footprint of highly prospective cobalt, copper, gold land package. In addition, we were also able to take an option on some very interesting assets in Nevada, about 150 kilometers away from the world's largest battery factory, of course, the Tesla Gigafactory in Sparks. So Lovelock Treasure Box project in Nevada, highly prospective for nickel, for copper, and cobalt as well. Historic grades, 14% cobalt, 12% nickel. So really interesting projects. With that, we did a very extensive work program, preliminary look at the assets, some de-risking, if you will, and have a very good understanding of the potential for that. And now we're going to look at the next step on how we actually go in and put a resource there, put some drills into that project. Sorry.
Yeah, so with what you just described there, you'd think you'd have a heck of a year in the market, but it wasn't that way, was it?
Yeah, and unfortunately, it wasn't. I think we did a lot of this de-risking, and unfortunately, it wasn't recognized in the market. And our share has come down, and we're tracking at what I would call a bargain price for our shares. And we've de-risked these projects. We've shown that there's a significant opportunity within the battery metal space, not just cobalt, but with nickel and copper and cobalt to complement. Obviously prices of cobalt's come down. Copper hasn't done anything in the last little while. So, but given the supply dynamics and demand dynamics brought on from the electrification of vehicles, we see a very robust 2020, and I think that'll translate into the equity market and into global energy as well.
Let's talk about 2020. What's planned here? What's going to get investors excited about GEMC?
I think there's a lot of things that should excite investors about Global Energy Metals. One, the ability of what we've done in the past and being able to show that there's a path forward for these projects. The second thing is partnerships. We have a very strong partnership with a group called Cobalt Blue that are ASX listed. They're working some recovery methods using their technology on the Millennium project in Australia. We've partnered with Canada Cobalt Works, who've had a heck of a year this year, and using their Re2Ox process in Nevada. Partnered obviously with Nevada Sunrise on the option to acquire the Nevada assets. But we're also looking to collaborate outside of that and looking at new partnerships that we think that can bring shareholder value to the company.
So how's the news flow looking here early on?
There should be some stuff out in the coming weeks. We've been very busy, and even though it's been holiday season, we haven't been. We've still been at it, and I think there's a strong opportunity. And again, like I said, bargain entry price. We're trading 2 cents on the TSXV right now, and a significant upside especially given what we've done and the share structure, given the holdings by management, etc.
Yeah, good story here, folks. Keep your eye on this one. Very depressed price here. You can pick it up pretty cheap. So that's Mitchell Smith. He's a CEO, Global Energy Metals Corporation, GEMC on the venture, GBLEF on the OTC. Hey, Mitchell, best of luck in 2020.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it.